SLIS768 Problems in Library and Information Agency Administration Assignment 4. Presentations. Sustainable Development Goals. Planning for the Sustainable Future of Richland Library. UN Sustainable Development Goal 4. Quality Education. The United Nations produced 17 Sustainable Development Goals to be reached by 2030. Number 4 is quality education, stating, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. In an effort to involve libraries with the sustainability efforts of the United Nations, the ALA produced a task force. ALA's resolution marks a new era of sustainable thinking as we consider the economic, environmental, and socially equitable viability of choices we make as an association, as libraries, and as professionals. IFLA's consistent position is that access to information is essential in achieving the SDGs and that libraries are not only key partners for governments, but are already contributing to progress toward the achievement of the 17 goals. This task force has adopted the triple bottom line framework of sustainability to guide its work. To be truly sustainable, an organization or community must embody practices that are environmentally sound and economically feasible and socially equitable. Let's look at some of the targets of SDG4. By 2030, ensure that all girls and boys have access to quality early childhood development, care, and pre-primary education so that they are ready for primary education. By 2030, ensure that all learners acquire the knowledge and skills needed to promote sustainable development, including, among others, through education for sustainable development and sustainable lifestyles, human rights, gender equality, promotion of a culture of peace and nonviolence, global citizenship, and appreciation of cultural diversity and of culture's contribution to sustainable development. By 2030, substantially increase the number of youth and adults who have relevant skills, including technical and vocational skills for employment, decent jobs, and entrepreneurship. How does Richland Library fit into this? They have continuous customized learning for all ages, and this is the foundation for a strong economy and high quality of life, they believe. Their vision is to enhance the quality of life for the entire community, and the mission is to help their customers learn, create, and share. They are committed to fostering an inclusive culture that celebrates and respects the differences and unique learning styles. What are they doing to already meet the SDG4? They provide learning coaches, help people of all ages earn high school diplomas. They have subject and age-specific databases, homework help and test prep, early literacy story times, computer and digital literacy programming, writing labs, assistive technology and formats, professional development for staff and education professionals, as well as collection and book sets. How can Richland Library be an SDG4 community leader? Assess. Who is and is not being served in the community? Strengthen and increase partnerships within the community. Share what works with other professionals. Staff education and professional development. And most importantly, adapt and evolve. Community and staff buy-in aids successful implementation of SDG4 changes. This can be achieved through clear, effective communication and marketing. There is emphasis on education for stakeholders within the organization to inspire widespread understanding and adoption of this mindset. This is critical to the long-term success of this effort. Long-range planning should utilize libraries transforming communities' resources, such as community conversations to solicit community information from which to design program and service responses and encourage new partnerships. The work that needs to be done must be done in a deliberate order to build a strong foundation for long-lasting change in an arena as large as the world of libraries. Sustainability is not an endpoint, but a mindset, a lens through which operational and outreach decisions should be made. Let's look at planning to reach the SDG4. Disaster planning. Have the staff trained in disaster preparedness. In the event of a disaster, they can facilitate class meetups in the physical space. They can provide resources such as electricity, internet access, and physical materials. They can stock disaster shelters with resources for learning as well as important documents. They can provide digitization of resources and also help community members prepare for disasters. They can increase their outreach and community partnerships to prepare the community for disasters. For financial planning, they need to consider the cost of digitization, continued collection development, professional development for library staff, as well as education professionals. The cost of continued outreach and perhaps to more areas, increased subscriptions and continued subscriptions, what to do in the case of a loss of funding, and how to supplement with grants. In regard to accessibility planning, they need to have plenty of formats for the collection, as well as online resources. Increase their outreach so that all people have access. They can increase advocacy for accessibility. Continue to develop the collection and offer representation in staff as well as resources and programming. And also invest in technology to assist with accessibility. In conclusion, the conversation about sustainability in libraries is no longer a pet project, but rather a vital part of the strategy to ensure that libraries are around for the long haul. ALA's resolution marks a new era of sustainable thinking as we consider the economic, environmental, and socially equitable viability of choices we make as an association, as libraries, and as professionals. Thank you. For more information, here are the references.